Now, our little girl is healthy. She's fully immunized. We're regularly taking her to the pediatrician, whom she calls Dr. Lollipop. But to make sure that she makes it to age 5, there's something else we need to protect her from: malaria. Despite incredible progress, more than 400,000 children still die from malaria annually. That's approximately a Panama City of kids. In countries like Uganda, malaria is endemic. It's the #1 killer of children under 5. How do we put an end to that? With me here is Ugandan entomologist Krystal Birungi. So Krystal, you decided you wanted to work on malaria at a very young age. Tell me that story.
Well, I remember when I was 10 years old, and I was watching my mother sponge off my 5-year-old brother. She was trying to keep him cool. He was convulsing because he had malaria. Now, there was medication for the disease. There were mosquito nets to prevent it, but we just could not afford it. And so we fell sick over and over again. And I remember times when I was so sick that I hoped to die just so the pain would stop. And yet, those were not the worst times. The scariest moments were watching my little brother struggle and knowing that all we could do was pray. And yet, we were the lucky ones because all 3 of us children survived.
Right.
That is not as common as you'd think in families like mine.
How long did that fear last your entire childhood?
Thankfully, no, because when I was 14 years old, the Global Fund came to Uganda and they funded free mosquito nets, free malaria medication, and perhaps most importantly for families like mine, they funded the village health teams. These were people based in our communities that were trained to diagnose and treat malaria. So finally, being poor and getting malaria did not mean that you had to die. Unfortunately, this is still not the case for many families in Uganda. And some people today still determine how many children to have based on the assumption that some of them will die from malaria.
Right.
I still work in some communities like this, and there's been a period where over 3 weeks, we lost 2 children, and the heartbreak was unimaginable. Oof. I could tell you malaria stories from Uganda all day, and you would cry all day. And even as a 10-year-old, I knew this was not right, it was not okay, and it was not fair. And so I joined the fight against malaria.
Amazing. So tell me, so you and scientists like you have developed an armory of tools to fight malaria. Can you tell me about some of them?
Yeah, sure. Here we have actually some of the common tools that we use to fight malaria. There's the insecticide-treated net,
of course,
as well as insecticides. And these are sprayed in homes to repel and kill mosquitoes.
Right.
Unfortunately, some mosquitoes are now surviving, and their offspring are also resistant. And so scientists have also been trying to adapt to this and have developed some new tools like dual insecticide-treated nets.
Right.
These are mosquito nets that have more than 1 insecticide to reduce the chances of the mosquitoes in an area being resistant to both.
Got it.
We've also,
if one doesn't get them, the other one will get them.
Exactly.
Right.
We have also got a new spatial repellent from SC Johnson. So this tool hangs on a wall and repels mosquitoes. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I feel like I've been hearing about a malaria vaccine for so long. What's the status of that?
Yes, after decades of work, we are finally rolling out a malaria vaccine, which is fantastic.
Wow. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right.
Because this means we can reduce the number of deaths from malaria and as well as severe malaria cases. So a child that is immunized from malaria, even if they got malaria, would have more time to treat them. Unlike without the vaccine, where a baby could go from first symptom to death in a matter of 2 days.
Wow.
Yes, so the truth is it's amazing.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so we have bed nets, we have insecticides, we have a vaccine. Is that, like, that'll cover it? That'll do the job?
Well, together these tools will greatly reduce severe malaria cases and malaria deaths.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they cannot eliminate malaria because the mosquito will continue to evolve. And the parasite, the malaria parasite, will continue to evolve against the medication.
Right.
We are in a race against resistance.
Right.
Yeah.
So what can Team Human do? What's our like knockout move?
We can win the race.
Okay.
If we can find a way to reduce the number of mosquitoes that are spreading malaria,
okay,
or prevent them from transmitting the disease from one person to another.
Okay.
In fact, follow me to my lab at the Uganda Virus Research Institute.
Okay, all right.
Come on.
Here
all
we
right,
are.
so we start in the lab.
Okay.
And a number of African scientists have been looking at ways to reduce the fertility of the mosquitoes that spread malaria,
yeah,
in a bid to combat this. So we can do it with the latest science, and we start in the laboratory,
yeah,
by sexing mosquitoes.
Sorry, what? Sexing?
Yes, we separate the male and female mosquitoes.
Okay.
Because only female mosquitoes bite and spread malaria.
Okay.
And only female mosquitoes lay eggs.
Right.
So if we can reduce the number of eggs that are being laid by a female mosquito to very few or none at all,
right,
then we can interrupt malaria transmission.
Yeah.
The challenge we have there, though, is that genes are only passed down 50% of the time.
Okay.
So we need to do more if we're going to be successful.
All right.
And that is what led us to explore gene drive.
Gene drive. What's gene drive?
Gene drive. So gene drive is a technology that changes that to 99% to 100%. So instead of only being inherited 50% of the time, our change can be inherited up to 100% of the time.
Ooh.
Yeah, and scientists all over the world are refining that process, and African scientists in particular are looking at ways to harness that technology to help us eliminate malaria. We are looking at working with local governments, local authorities, and local communities to have experimental releases of this technology by 2030. And within a decade after that, we could significantly reduce malaria transmission and even eliminate malaria in some of the most affected communities.
That's amazing.
I mean,
that's great.
That is the kind of progress that I dreamt about as a child.
And so you have a kid of your own now?
I do. Yes, I have a son.
How old is your son?
He is 6 years old. And last year, when he turned 5, it was a monumental moment for me because I know the statistics, I know the numbers. I know that in Uganda, 1 in every 25 children doesn't make it to the age of 5, and most of them die from malaria. And that is a very stressful thing to know as a mother because that could be my child.
Right.
So on his birthday, I looked at my son and I thought, he's 5 years old, he's alive, and he will probably stay alive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Most important question I have to ask you. Did your son have a 5th birthday party, and what was his theme of his birthday party?
I did. The theme was Paw Patrol. He was obsessed with Marshall.
Yeah, of course.
We've since moved on to Sonic, but yes, he had a great time.
Okay. Please, everybody, thank you. Thanks, Krystal Birungi. Thank you.